That is the goal. The goal is branding one-on-one is that you want to make sure that you create a mission and vision where people understand when they hear things that they think of you. And so when you think of pests, you think of Black-owned, woman-owned legacy building, that you think of R.B Pest Solutions. And we're making history. We're trying to do something that has never been done before, multi-billion-dollar company owned by African-American woman. And so that's what I want people to think of so they can continue to push that narrative because we want to change history.
Welcome to Black Businesses Matter, a podcast about why Black businesses matter and the benefits of collaborating and advocating for Black businesses to drive impact. Each episode, we will cover legacy, hope, Black joy, funding sources, cultural shifts, equity, and so much more. We will provide inspiration and action while spreading some joy to a thriving community of Black business owners and leading thought leaders. Black Business Matters podcast is produced by the L3 Agency, a culturally sensitive influencer marketing and communications firm in Chicago, where relationships are our currency, passion is our profit maker, and people are our bottom line. I'm Larvetta Lofton, your host and founder of the L3 Agency. Welcome to another episode of Black Businesses Matter. I am super elated to bring our next guest, and it is a new guest because she is here for the first time, but she is a woman who is about getting all the pests in your house and in your businesses and the bugs and the mice and all that stuff. There's a woman that is leading the way and is an innovator and disruptor in the pest business. And she is a woman. She is the CEO and founder of R.B Pest Solutions. Her name is Robiar Smith. She goes by Robbie. But let me tell you a little bit about her. She is, woman-owned. She, of course, is a minority-owned pest control company that specializes in providing pest services and products for both commercial and residential. She is the only pest control company that has a retail component attached to her business. So if you need some solutions that you can purchase, you can get that from her. She's the only. Okay. I want to make sure I say that she is the only. Also, what's so unique about her that she is an information technology professor and business consultant for entrepreneurs that want to scale their businesses. She holds an MBA, Masters of Information Systems, focused on information security, providing a wow experience for her clients is her top priority. My reason for giving you that context is because how does an informational, like a person who holds an MBA informational runs a pest business? I don't know about you all, but I'm surely over here asking. So she's going to tell us that journey from, you're still, doing somewhat both of it, but tell me this journey from this information guru to now being the pest woman.
So first, I want to thank you for having me on this show. I truly appreciate it, and it's such an honor to have me on this amazing platform. So thank you for that. So where do I start? I grew up in a house where it was really, really told to me, go to school, get education, and be a productive member of society. And so that's exactly what I did. I went off and I obtained every degree that you can think of. And so from there, after grabbing my psychology degree and my master degrees in information technology, I became a professor at many of the colleges here in Chicago. And with my credentials, I was able to teach IT courses, business entrepreneur courses, business development, business scaling. And so helping students create their business plan, I realized very shortly that I was learning a skill in the back of my head that I can literally say with my eyes closed. And so I've been around pest control all my life. My mom and dad has introduced me and my sisters to pest control. And so for 43 years, he's been in this industry. And so it's about marrying the skills that I went off and got and climbed the corporate ladder, thinking that I had all these skills to contribute to their success. I finally realized that the love of my life was right here. And all I needed to do was take the skills that I had and just build a legacy business here for me and my family in pest control. And so 2016, after taking the test over and over and over again, I finally passed it, printed the business cards, created my website, all of my marketing and branding, and I have not looked back since. It's been an amazing journey.
Wow. And so I did ask you this earlier. So you don't have a problem that people call you the pest lady or the, as you said, the bugaboo lady, and I need to call her. Do you have a problem with that?
Absolutely not. That is the goal. The goal is branding one-on-one, is that you want to make sure that you create a mission and vision where people understand when they hear things that they think of you. And so when you think of pests, you think of Black-owned, woman-owned, legacy building, that you think of R.B Pest Solutions. And we're making history. We're trying to do something that has never been done before, multi-billion-dollar company owned by African-American woman. And so that's what I want people to think of, so they can continue to push that narrative, because we want to change history.
And I'm going to tell you something, pests and bugs ain't going nowhere. So you got a business that is recession proof. That's the thing that's crazy. It's recession proof. People are coming up with businesses like that's a recession proof business. No matter where you go, you're going to get, I mean, whether it's a roach, right? A mouse, termites. I mean, it's
termites, bed bugs, wildlife.
Do wildlife too?
Yes, we do wildlife trapping and exclusion. You'll see on my social media site, we have many videos where we kind of show our customers that we do not harm any pests in the process. So for my wildlife control, we make sure that we take them to animal control, we contact them, and we give them the proper housing. So we don't harm anyone, but we're really an essential business. That's what I want people to realize. During COVID, people were social distancing, but extermination was key. We were out here with essential businesses, making sure we keep the balance of the environment. So it is really an amazing field, and it's so huge. It's huge. It's not just about exterminating bed bugs, roaches, and termites. If you're passionate about making sure that our food is not sprayed with harmful pesticides, this is the industry to go into for agriculture and farming and that whole thing. So it's a beautiful industry that we're underrepresented in, that I want to give it a facelift. And I want us to say, we're here and we're here to stay.
Well, I love that you say a facelift, because I think it's such an emotional thing when you're dealing with pets. Like, oh my gosh, how did they get in here? I do everything right. You take that ownership. I don't know if you're, I think about like, I know I didn't leave that door open. Oh, I know you didn't leave the food. And so, but then you own that, and then you get frustrated. Or if you have people live, you like, you brought that bug in here when it's just right. Like you said, it's an essential that it just happens. Is that normally the case, or does it really something we cause?
I mean, it's really true. I try to paint a picture that our industry is like the dentist. Many people come to us after the toothache has arisen, right? So all of our customers are calling there in a frenzy. And so what happens is that it is our job to create a wow experience, educate our clients along the way, and put a smile on their face. So that's why I'm huge on preventive is the key for all my people out here, because real estate is a huge thing. And I sit on many different real estate panels where people are going out, the development, the investors. Chicago is booming in real estate, but no one's talking about you cannot do anything without pest control. You can't close on a home. You can't open up a restaurant. You can't open up a daycare. You can't do anything without having an inspection in regards to pest control. That's how essential we are. And so I try to shed the light on that while everyone is walking around and building development and closing on their beautiful homes, they're looking at it from a cosmetic standpoint, not understanding that once the person closed on the home, they call me because they realize 2 months into the home, they have termite damage. And now they're paying thousands of dollars for me to come out and do a termite job when they just put thousands of dollars into a closing. So it's important that we're with you at pest control every step of the way to ensure that your home and your environment is protected.
And so your Instagram is R.B Pest Solutions. Is that your Instagram?
Yes.
And so you're saying you provide education to prevent, or do you share the truths about pests? Like what of this whole pest control agriculture, provided for a way for people to be more preventive?
Yes. So that's what I realized very shortly getting into this field, is that I'll go out and I'll complete a job and I'm educating my customers along the way. And then I'll leave, and you have your do-it-yourself people that are like, oh, I can do it myself. And so that's why we added the retail component, because many of our customers simply just call and they'll say, hey, do you have a product in the store for this? Or how do I go about doing this? And instead of going to a big box store and just standing in one aisle and using things that may or may not work, you can actually come to our company and either hire us for the service and put the liability on us, or you can come in and we'll walk you through and actually give you the products that we use that we know are effective. And so we decided to do that because we want to be transparent on what we're using, educate you along the way so that you are protecting your home. Because like you said, pests are not going anywhere. They was here before us. They will be here after us. They are not going anywhere. So we have to figure out a way to coexist, and just simple dust mites, like, just cleaning your kitchen. And I get customers tips on how to eliminate getting clover mites, the mites that, can generate in your cornmeal or your flour. Many people are like, what are these why am I having these nets and these fruit flies, and where's this coming from? And so giving people tips to include in their cleaning regimen has really, really helped many of my customers get ahead of their seasonal pests before they become an issue.
So, Robbie, tell me this. Where's your retail shop?
We're located at 8243 South Cottage Grove. So we're right in the heart of Chatham on 82nd and Cottage Grove. And we're open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. You can come in and you can shop for products. And we're open Monday through Saturday for services between 9 and 5. So you could come in and get glue boards and get spider spray. We really walk you through what to do in your home if you don't hire us for service.
That is awesome. I think it's amazing because one of the things that we say is Black businesses are the largest employers of Black people. And so as a unit, we're quite influential and powerful, which is what I hear that your company is hiring. So you're looking for people, and not necessarily Black people. You're just the owner, right? That you're open and inclusive for all people, but you are hiring. And so tell us about that.
So I'm excited because if you call my number right now, you don't know who's going to pick up the phone.
What's your number?
So it's 312-217-9605. And again, if you call that number, I have a whole staff of over 28 people there to service you. We have staff members that are from Latino background and from white background. We are a diverse setting. And so that's what I love about R.B Pest Solutions. But what I love about my customers is that they'll go on the site or they'll call and be like, wait, I thought this was a Black owned company. And we'll say, we are Black owned. It's just that we don't discriminate. So anyone that's excited about our mission and want to assist us in making history, we hire all people from all diverse settings. So if you call the number, it may throw you off, but many of my customers are like, wait, I want to make sure I want to support Black owned. I just heard on the radio or seen her on TV. You are Black owned, right? And they'll say, yes, we're Black owned. And yes, please support us.
I'm so glad that you say that, right? Because even though we are the largest employers as a body, right? As a body together, that doesn't mean that we don't hire from other backgrounds and diverse backgrounds. And we don't hear that story enough. So I'm glad that you've shared that because I think it's important for the world to see that it's okay. Like it's not a bad thing because what happens is that you're still employing people that need to learn a skill in the community, wherever. And so I think that is so important that your company is hiring. And what is your website?
It's www.rbpestsolutions.com. And all of our social media handles are r.b.pestsolutions. So if you just Google r.b.pestsolutions, you'll get an opportunity to see all the amazing media that we've done and how we're breaking ground, not just locally, but nationally. We get many calls from other exterminating companies are like, you guys are kicking butt. I see you. We're so proud of you. And so nationally, we're getting recognition for what we're doing. And so I'm so excited about that.
I'm super excited too. And the other thing that I want to just say is I just have to say this because I think it's because we don't know enough in this area. We have a pest control business owner who is a woman leading this industry. So if you're just tuning in and you just came in the middle, I just want to reinforce that, Robbie, because they don't know that, right? You see Robiar Smith, you don't know. It could be French, it could be a number of different things. So I just want to add that she is an African-American woman that is really taking over the pest business. She doesn't mind being called the pest lady. She doesn't mind being called the bugaboo lady, but she's not a bugaboo just for the gray folks, but the ones that think that. She's definitely that. I want to ask you, because we do ask these questions oftentimes to some of our guests, are there 3 tips that you want to share that's been helpful for you in business or just as a leader for someone who really, to your point, was like your mom was, your parents were like, hey, go to school, work hard, get a good job, this, and you decide, okay, I'm going to open up a pest business. What are some of those 3 things that you'd like to share that were great for you in this pivot into full-time entrepreneurship?
So what I'm going to say, the couple things that I will say, and they are cliche, but they're so true. And that's why they're so underrepresented, because people tell you, you are enough, believe in yourself, that whole thing. But that's because they really are true. I think the first thing that I would say is you have an idea. And I bump into many people who are like, I have this idea. And then it's that gap, because depending on if you're impatient, it's not coming in your time, that sometimes you look at it like, wait, this is not working. This was not a good idea. Let me try this. Then let me try that. I'm going to try 10 different things, and nothing is wrong with that. But I think that you need to be gentle with yourself, patient with yourself, and give yourself some grace from that idea versus it coming to a reality. Because number 2, what you don't know is what you don't know. So many of us make mistakes. We're scared to make mistakes. We join all these organizations and go to all these panels trying to avoid making mistakes, when the mistakes that I make on a daily basis has truly taught me what to and what not to do. And I'll listen to industry leaders, and I know the fluff from immediately when I see it, because I'm walking my walk in real time. And so from there, I'm able to see, oh, okay, you honestly don't know what you don't know. And when you make the mistake, then you know what to incorporate in your net terms. Instead of doing a net 30 and waiting people 30 days to pay you, do it on receipt, or maybe a 10-day or 7-day term, or create those late fees in your contracts. You will know what to implement once you bump your head. And number 3, just really believe in yourself, like really walk through the door and act like you belong there, which means that don't play down your idea or your organization if it's not 100+ organization, or if you're not grossing a certain amount. Because many people that are out here talking to you, literally, when you start pulling those bank statements, you realize, okay, they have great ideas and things like that, but they're learning as well, which means you belong to be in the room. You belong to be there. You stand tall. And 4th one, I guess, is that I would have never thought pest control would have took me to the places that it's taking me, which means that the love of my life, I keep saying that, was here all along. I was going off trying to build my career in corporate and do certain things, not knowing that honestly, the skills and some of the things that you're really good at are really right there with you all along. You just feel as if that you can't turn it into something where you can make a living and be successful, when it's the complete opposite. Those are the things that you need to look at. And from there, create those things, because they're right there and it comes easy to you. So you overlook it. So
I like that you added that, so much so that I do want to ask you this question. What was a light bulb moment for you to say, okay, this corporate thing, I've had enough, right? Or I'm over it and this is the path. Like, what was the aha moment or light bulb or shining light that moved you into that space to be able to build a business that's hiring?
I think what it was for me, it was legacy. So even though I was in corporate and I was climbing the ladder and being a professor and doing well, it wasn't legacy felt. It was something where in this business right now, what I'm doing, I get an opportunity to tell my children's children about this amazing trade that my mom and dad was a part of. And now they pass the torch down to myself. And now I'm able to pass the torch down to my children. And that makes it so much more sweeter that I was able to say, let me do pest control, because it's purpose driven. I get a chance to hire in my community. I get a chance to now be part of history. So it was one of those things, as I start taking the test and I fell over and over and over again, it became kind of personal for me. And this journey really feel like I just returned home. Like I went out in the world, grabbed everything that I can do. So now I can do the groundwork to create legacy for my children, my family, and my parents. It's all about them. If I don't do anything else, my parents is extremely happy with them planting a seed 43 years ago and now watching it grow, which means it don't always happen in your time. It happens when it's supposed to happen.
That is so powerful what you said, because I think it's so amazing and people sit back and it's so funny. We've been talking about legacy and many of the guests say the same thing. And I think it's so powerful when we say it, because I don't know that we've been given the space to look at it like that. We've always been on the surviving side of a business, but knowing that we can thrive in business and you're thriving. Because what I'm hearing is not only is it recession proof, but it is pandemic proof. Because did you stop working during the pandemic?
Absolutely not. Not one day. All my residential accounts went up for all my people that was like, I don't have a pest issue. When they were at home, they realized, oh my God, I have a pest issue at home. And
Wow.
so that's what I'm saying about pests. They're so smart. They know your structure better than you. They know when to come out, when you're there, when you're not. So our residential accounts skyrocketed because people were home. And so, yes, we have not stopped at all. We're an essential business licensed through the Illinois Department of Public Health.
My gosh, I love it. I just want to share it with you all real quickly. You can find the pest controls. You can find it at R.B Pest Solutions on Instagram. And your website again, Robiar?
It's www.rbpestsolutions.com. And also we're launching products. So we have now tapped into, we have mattress covers, and now we'll have our own product line of pesticides coming out very, very soon. But we're starting with our mattress covers. And if you go to www.rbpremiumproducts.com, you'll be able to shop for all the insecticides and pesticides that we have in the store, our own line of luxury mattress covers, and more to come is on that site. And you can simply go on there or give us a call at 312-217-9605 for more information.
Thank you so much for that. So as we wrap up this interview, because this was incredible, because I'm just going to say this, I now have a pest lady in my phone that I can call and say, because we're going to need you for commercials. So I'm definitely going to keep you on my radar so that, and I'm going to have you come for preventive, because I believe in preventive the same way I believe in it for health, and making sure that we can close up the holes. Because I just told you, I think I told you I don't like mice. So
right.
Close up the holes and prepare for that. Our final question that we ask every guest is, what brings you joy?
Honestly, seeing the reaction on all of the customers' face when they come into interaction with R.B Pest Solutions. And again, it is purpose-driven work. Like my mom and dad, 43 years ago, just a young couple trying to get on the straight and narrow and raise their daughters and getting into pest control, would never think in a million years that their children and now their grandchildren are able to carry on this legacy. It brings me joy. And I lost my mom 60 days ago. And so she got an opportunity to see the tip of it. She got an opportunity to get a glimpse of some of the things that she birthed. And so that brings me joy. Just knowing that it's about legacy over here. We're hiring in the community. We're essential. Just the whole narrative of it is purpose driven. It's God's work. It truly is. So that's what brings me joy.
Oh my
It's
God.
putting smiles on people's face.
She is putting smiles on people's face to get pests out of your house or out of your commercial property, whatever it is, she is going to solve it. So please check her out, follow her, support her. Her company is hiring. So if you know people that are interested in the business, definitely want to make sure you reach out. What's the number again, Robbie?
Yep, it's 312-217-9605. Our social media handles are R.B Pest Solutions on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and our website is www.rbpestsolutions.com.
Well, you heard it first at Black Businesses Matter podcast that there is a pest lady in Chicago. Not so those that are outside of Chicago, you can order products online to help you with some of your pest problems that you may have. So you can still be able to do it if you're not in the Chicagoland area. but certainly want to support this woman who is being a disruptor in the pest business as a female, minority owned. So I just want to say thank you so much for listening to another episode of Black Businesses Matter. Be sure to subscribe and share. Thank you. Thank you for joining us this week on Black Businesses Matter podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen so you will never miss a show. You can also follow us on social media at the L3 Agency and at Larvetta Speaks. If you love the show, leave a rating so that we can continue to bring you impactful episodes. You can also take the pledge and order our merch at our website at thell3agency.com. THEL3agency.com. Thanks for listening and see you next week.